Hi there, good evening again. Welcome to another program of 1010 Replaying. My name is Naim Chan. I'm going to be here for the next half an hour or so, during which time we'll bring you up to date with all the details and preparations for the 1010 tournament in 2012. Okay? If you'd like to know what's coming up, I'll be talking with the project manager, Mr. Richard Sukhdeo, about registration. That's a very important issue at this stage of the game. My understanding is that the registration period has been extended from February 11 to February 20. You'll hear why in just a while. Also on the program coming up, I'll be talking with the manager of the Wolf Warriors. As you know, the Wolf Warriors are the defending champion in 2012. So we'll be hearing about some of the details of their preparations and how exactly they plan to defend the title this year. There's a young lady from Trophy Stall Angels. She's a former captain of that team. She has jumped ship, so to speak, in cricketing terms. She's gone over to another team. We'll hear why and which team she has gone over to. That will be for interesting listening. Okay, Naim Chan, as I said, I'll be back in just a while with the details of the program.
Vitamalt Plus, the new generation of non-alcoholic malt drinks. Vitamalt Plus, packed with B vitamin, ginseng, royal jelly, and aloe vera. These ingredients are known for boosting your energy, enhancing your concentration, and improving your immune system. Vitamalt takes care of you.
Got an itch to be rich? Don't be embarrassed. Buy a scratch for instant cash relief. For as little as $200, you can scratch that itch and win $200,000 or more instantly. With Scratch, you are free to scratch anytime, anywhere, any day, and even several times a day. Just simply scratch and see what you win. Winning cash could not be easier, so don't ignore that itch. Play Scratch for instant cash relief. Scratch. Remember, a ticket a day could make you rich today.
Okay, as I said, hinted earlier on, we'll be talking with Richard Sukhdeo. He's the project coordinator, project manager of the 2012 tournament. Okay, we have him in the studio. Richie, good evening.
Good evening.
Thanks for dropping by.
It's a pleasure, Naim.
This must be pretty hectic at this moment, coming down to the crunch time.
Yes, it is. It is pretty hectic. But like, you know, we've had 2 years of experience in this, Naim, so the team is well apt, they're capable, and we've been working through the night, so we're ready.
So in a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you? How ready is ready?
Well, it's difficult to say from a scale of 1 to 10 where we are, because we're still receiving registrants into the competition. So we will only be able to give you a true assessment after we would have received all of the registrations.
But you've shifted from February 11 to February 20. Why?
Well, there's a number of reasons, Naim. One of the main reasons is we've been receiving calls. All our business offices have been receiving calls from teams that did not get a chance to register. They've been saying they need a little bit more time. They were looking at the weather pattern, which kind of held them back. They were thinking we wouldn't have gone ahead as planned. And the Guyana Softball League has been in contact with us, and they're saying they're receiving numerous calls on their end as well, asking and pleading with us to extend the dates. So we have extended through to February 20th.
So from February 11, today is February 16, is that manifesting in itself? I mean, the bombardment with calls, are they coming in?
Definitely. But again, what we've seen is these guys are taking their time. It's trickling in. What we've seen in the last 2 years is a number of teams are registering down to the very end, and we've been pleading with them not to do so that we can have a very timely start and fixtures can be published so that everyone will have a smooth start. After we've extended the dates, we've seen an influx of registration on that day, and today it has quelled a little bit. We have gone there about to 800 teams. And counting. We still have, this is about sometime last night, we had 800 teams. So we're still receiving and we're still tallying, so we'll let you know how it goes.
I know your business offices across the country don't work on Saturdays, am I right? Saturdays and Sundays?
That's not true. Our business offices are open on Saturdays.
On Saturdays, but not Sunday.
Well, not on Sundays. The Ghana Softball League is on the ground on Sundays.
Is on the ground.
Yep.
So have you thought about extending or expanding, the amount of centers where you can have these magazines available?
Most definitely. I'm glad you asked that question, Naeem. One of the other issues that we've seen a little bit of delay in the process of registration is the fact that we've changed the entire process this year. The last 2 years we had the registration form in the magazines, so everyone was quite comfortable with that, the way that was working. But what we have done now, in taking the competition to a newer level or a bigger level, a much more advanced level, in showcasing softball, we have included a magazine. Now the magazine is not, the sole purpose of the magazine is not for registration purposes, it's more for the upliftment of the sport because it has records from 2010 onwards and so forth.
And features of the very players that participate.
Exactly. If a batsman makes more than 60 runs and gets more than 3 wickets, he's featured in the magazine. For the ladies, if you make more than 20 runs and you have more than 2 wickets, you're also featured in the magazine. So Naeem, what has been happening is because of this change in process, you need to secure a magazine and tear the form out from that magazine and fill it up. It's a change. And I mean, not all of us are up and, to getting used to this change. So that has also delayed the process a little bit. And I think people, I don't know if they're confused, despite all of our ads and informative pieces that we have out there. It is very, very straightforward. The only thing you have to do, instead of buying newspapers, you buy a magazine, the form is in there, you fill it out and give it to your rep. And to answer your question about the new vendors, we have a new couple of popular places that are now sporting our magazines and you could uplift it from. Those would be Nigel Supermarket, Budget Supercenter on the East Coast, M&M Snacket by the Harbour Bridge, Ashman's, you know where that is, Muslim Top-Up Center in Linden, Texaco Service Station in Bel Air, and Guy Parts on the West Coast.
May I just add, with your permission, I did this. I approached Tiger Sport, which is owned by Mr. Sheikh Mohammed at Enmore, so he has the magazines there right now on sale as we speak.
The more the merrier, Naeem. I'm glad you did that.
And then I'll be going off to some petrol fuel stations lower down on the coast so that the centers can be more in number, so to speak.
Right, the centers are more in number, so the magazines are more accessible. But remember, guys, the registration process, you still need to get to either the GT&T business offices or the Guyana Softball League reps to present that filled out application form, which should be filled out the way it appears on your identification card or birth certificate. And you need to uplift your registration ticket that authenticates you as a registrant in the 2012 tournament.
If you're bombarded by calls next week again, you wouldn't be extending further, would you?
No, Naeem, that will eat into our finals. We have the stadium booked for May 12th. As you know, we don't have Australia that should have been here later this year. They're not here anymore. So we have an extra weekend or two. That is the reason we were able to facilitate this extension.
So all grounds, all our minds are focused, all the plans are falling into place?
Everything is falling into place. The weather has been kind to us recently. We had a few days of sunshine, so some of the grounds that are that can handle the weeding process has commenced. So we will be ready to go.
Thank you, Richard.
Welcome, sir.
And hope to see you again before February 20, okay?
Most definitely.
Richard Sugdale there, the project coordinator, talking with us, bringing us up to date on the registration period. Now, the Wolf Warriors won last year in the men's category. You want to hear from them. What exactly they have to say about 2012 and how they're preparing. Bluey Max, my producer, went all the way on the west coast of Demerara to have